What's going on, everybody? VitalSyntax here, and I want to show you guys some more screenshots that have just been released for the War Z. Now, these screenshots are taken from the official forums over at thewarzy.com. I'll put a link in the description, and you guys should go check that out if you guys want the latest up-to-date information about the game. So this first screenshot that we're going to take a look at is obviously we've got two characters, two players, a female and a male. If you look at the male character, it looks like he's holding some type of shotgun. It looks to be like a Remington 870. And the female has an M1911 in a holster on her right leg. You can also see the male has some type of large backpack, a baseball hat. We do know that the hats and outfits are going to be customizable, and I'm guessing there's going to be a variety of different backpacks and bags that you can carry around to hold all your loot. Now, this looks to be some type of somewhat urban area or a small town. Obviously, we only have two buildings, and I'm guessing there's probably a couple more buildings that are kind of out of sight right now. But if you look over on the right, we've got a Mel's Auto Repair, so I'm guessing that's where you might find a new spawned vehicle. You might find some vehicle repair parts. And I'm not sure what type of building that is on the left. It looks like it could be a saloon or a storefront or something like that. And we also get a good look at kind of the view distance here. Now, I don't know if the view distance is going to be adjustable or if this is, not set in stone right now, or if it's going to be server to server. But you can see the view distance isn't amazing, but it's still good. You're still going to be able to snipe with something like that. It looks to be somewhere around, I don't know, maybe 800 meters as far as view distance goes, maybe 600, 700. It's kind of hard to tell because we obviously are pretty low to the ground with this camera angle. All right, let's go ahead and move to the next screenshot. All right, so this is the first screenshot we've seen that has a first-person view, and you'll see this is actually that same town, that same village on the right side, except we're kind of on the other side of town. On the right side, we've got that saloon-looking building, and on the left side, we've got that auto repair, auto zone building. Now, this looks to be like an M416 or an M27 IAR assault rifle or light machine gun. He's obviously got a beta mag on here with a huge magazine. And he's also got the iron sights on here. And the reason I wanted to point the iron sights out is because one of the later screenshots, he actually has a holographic sight on here and a suppressor. And it also looks like at the very end of his barrel, he's got on the left side, he's got a laser or a flashlight. It's kind of hard to tell. And then if you look at his teammate over to the left, he's got some type of M16 variant with a red dot sight. And obviously he's also got some customized character features like his lumberjack shirt and his orange vest and beanie for a hat. So I think this is kind of a good screenshot of what you can expect in first person, and it looks really, really, really good. And also keep in mind that there's that customization of weapons. And what it seems like is you'll be able to find different attachments, so like a silencer, and you'll be able to throw it on, whatever gun you want, which I think is going to be really, really cool. Also, taking a look at the zombies, you can see the animations, although we're not seeing them in movement, look very good. Also, if you see the zombie over on the left side, it just got shot. It looks pretty nasty. You got blood spraying out of his head. So graphically, it looks really, really nice. And there's also a very large number of zombies, which I think is going to be a really good thing because there should be more of a danger in getting surrounded by zombies than being chased down by zombies. And I think that's something that the War Z is going to hopefully emphasize. Alright, let's switch over to the next screenshot here. This is a screenshot of one of the downtown areas in the Colorado map. Look at the character on the left. He's obviously got a different backpack than the guy on the right, so hopefully that indicates there's going to be different types of slot space. It's not going to be based on slots, though. They have said it's going to be based on weight, which I think is pretty cool. And there'll probably be a skill tree system where you can, increase the amount of carrying capacity that you have. Now, the guy on the left has a Dragunov sniper rifle, and it looks like the guy on the right has an M16, although we can only see the stock of the gun, so it's really hard to tell. And it looks like these are the same two characters that we've seen in those previous screenshots, with the hat on the guy on the left, and then the beanie and the lumberjack shirt on the right. Also, you can look at the vegetation here. It's very overgrown, which I think gives a really cool post-apocalyptic look to the game. And there's also a bunch of different vehicles. These ones look like they're more props than actual drivable or repairable ones. They have announced that there are going to be vehicles. As far as how many vehicles, we don't know, but we have seen some screenshots with some like civilian cars, like sedans, and probably some trucks and stuff too. So also just looking at the sheer size of this downtown area, I mean, these are skyscrapers. This is just so much bigger than the DayZ map as far as like height goes. Now, as far as the actual size in square kilometers, it's going to be around the same size There's going to be multiple maps that are going to be released for this game, but on launch there's only going to be this one Colorado map, and it's going to be around 200 square kilometers. It's going to be just shy of the DayZ map, which was 225 square kilometers. Alright, so let's move on to the next screenshot here. It looks like some type of LAV or tank here. I'm not sure exactly. I'm not up to date on my military vehicles, but we get a nice look at the United States Post Office. Doesn't look like the building you can actually explore in there, but that's kind of cool that we see a building like that. And also you can see there's two cars parked right out front that look like they're in very good condition. So maybe those are drivable, or they just need gasoline or something like that. Keep in mind that gasoline is going to be extremely rare. It's one of the rarest items in the game. And also just taking a look at the zombies, you can see they're like feeding on other dead zombies or other dead humans. And we've also got some guns on the ground. It's hard to tell. It looks like the one on the left is like an M416 or an M4 variant, and the one on the right could be an M16. But once again, it's really hard to tell because they're the angle that they're at, and this picture wasn't the highest resolution one. And once again, this is taken from that same small village with that saloon-looking thing in the background. So I don't know. They're changing these maps around a tad bit. But this vehicle wasn't there in the other screenshots, so that kind of leads me to believe that this vehicle might be deployable. You might actually be able to find one, repair it, and drive it around, which would be really cool. Or the more likely chances that they just kind of add this into the scenery, although it does look like it's in good condition. Tires and stuff are all inflated, so we'll have to wait and see if that's actually one of the drivable vehicles, but that'd be really cool. Alright, so here's another first-person screenshot. It looks like the exact same weapon we saw earlier. Looks like an M416 or an M27 IAR with doesn't have the beta mag on here. Instead of, he just has a typical 30 round magazine as far as I can tell. And he's got a holographic sight, a suppressor or silencer, and once again a laser or a flashlight. It's kind of hard to tell. It looks like it's turned off though, so there's probably a key command where you can just turn that off real quick. And also just looking at the holographic side, I think they did a pretty good job. A lot of times games will have the holographic actually displayed when you're looking at it from a weird angle, which in real life that holographic only displays when you're looking straight through it, which is pretty cool in the optic itself. And also just looking at this building in the background, this is once again that same saloon type of building. It looks like you can go inside of it, and in a second we're going to actually see some screenshots that look like they're coming from the inside of that building. Alright, so let's go ahead and go to the next one here. And once again, I think this is probably taken from that building that we saw. You can see the auto repair building across the street, it looks like. You can see he's got 4 different buddies as well as himself, so it's a squad of 5 people. And if you look at kind of his teammates, let's look over on the left side first. This guy's got kind of a gas mask. It looks like kind of a protective helmet. Now they have said that there's going to be vests and helmets that you can find and equip on your players that basically give you more protection. So maybe you get shot in the head one time and it actually saves your life and your helmet falls off or something like that. Or maybe there's going to be gas grenades that you can kind of deploy to either mess with the zombies, attract with the zombies, or even mess with players, and there might be some type of gas like that. And if you have a gas mask, you might be able to avoid it, which I think would be really cool. And from the looks of it, it looks like he has some type of M16 with maybe a red dot on it. It's kind of hard to tell. Alright, so moving on to the next player, you can't really tell what he's got, but you can see he's got some other customized outfits going on. And then his buddy right next to him looks like he's got a big backpack on, maybe an M16 or an AR-15 or something like that. It's kind of hard to tell once again. And then his teammate on the right has a double-barrel shotgun, which you've seen in a couple screenshots in the past. And then finally, in first person, he's got an AK-74U submachine gun with a Cobra sight, a silencer, and looks like a flashlight / laser going on. So once again, lots of customization on the weapons. And from what we've heard so far, you're going to find those attachments around the world. And then you can just add them to your gun, or you might find one that's already spawned with certain attachments. Now, more importantly, let's look at the table here, because there's a bunch of items that are showing up that are pretty new. So the first one is the M93R, which is a burst pistol. Now, I know it's the M93R because it has that foldable little grip at the front. It also has an extended magazine going out the bottom and an extended barrel, which are very common characteristics of an M93R, which is basically an M9 Beretta that's been modified for a 3-round burst and a little bit larger magazine, which would be a really, really cool weapon to see. And we've also got, looks like, some painkillers or some type of other medication on the table there. Maybe some chips, a energy drink or soda, a Gatorade, it looks like, some other type of bottled beverage. Meyer, I'm guessing that might be like chips or some type of food. We got some Spam, and a water bottle, it looks like, on the right with the blue bottle. So very interesting stuff here. These are all new screenshots that have been released in the past couple weeks, and I'll try and make sure to make another video if they release some other really cool screenshots. Unfortunately, we don't have any gameplay at this point. If they do release gameplay, I'll be sure to upload that as soon as I can if they allow us to, which they probably will. Which we should expect a gameplay trailer before the end of the month, they've said, and that's also when the pre-order is going to open. And when the pre-order opens, I'm guessing that's also when the closed beta is going to open, or very shortly after that. So look forward to that. Also, remember to follow them on Twitter if you guys want the latest up-to-date information. I'll put a link in the description to the official WarZ Twitter page. I am incredibly excited for this game. I mean, every screenshot I see that just kind of improves my liking of this game. I don't know. I mean, there are some major things that they need to worry about. I think one of the most important things that needs to be implemented, or else the game is going to be broken, just like, in my opinion, DayZ is broken right now, is the hacking issue. In DayZ right now, I mean, I've probably died 3 times from actual players killing me, maybe once from a zombie attack. And then I've probably died 20 or 30 times by hackers and glitches, which is, it just ruins the game. I'm not saying the game is completely broken, but it starts to ruin it. So as you know, that's one of the biggest components that I think we won't be able to judge until the game's out. And hopefully once the game, you know, at least right when it releases, you know, they're not going to have hacks and stuff out there. Because keep in mind, this is a proprietary game engine called the Eclipse game engine. So hopefully there's not as many hacks out there right at the beginning. There might be, you know, some sites releasing hacks later on, but hopefully the hack detection and support from the developers continues to fix that. Also keep in mind that there is going to be private servers. So if you do have issues with hackers, you'll be able to switch over to a private server or something like that and not have to worry about just random people joining your game. So anyway, thanks for watching the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to give me a like or a favorite. And let me know in the comments down below how you think this game is looking to shape up, if you guys are excited for this game. Once again, I know I am. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.